Hey G Squad, welcome back to episode of Is It Worth It? So today's episode we got this equipment here, and here's what this is a Delta Pro. This is one of the most strongest one and the most powerful power station that's from the Ecoflow brand. Like even the packaging itself and see how big it is a lot bigger than the other one that I showed you before in terms of the Delta Max, Delta 2 Max, or even Delta 2 and etc. So I'll do a comparison video of this one versus the Delta 2 Max in a different video. But for right now, I want to open up and show you guys what you guys do get, and then we'll test it out. So let's open up the inside first. So once you guys do open up, the first thing I can see inside right here, there's a little box and there's some stuff underneath it. So it looks like right here is a user manual to teach you guys how to set it up and how to use it. And then right here in this box, let's open it up. Inside the box, they do provide you guys a DC cable that you can use. They do provide you guys a cable that you can use in the car to recharge as well. And then right here, they do provide the AC cable that you use to recharge it. And they mentioned how it probably take around 2.7 hours to recharge it from 0 to 100, which is totally understandable considering how strong the product is and how big it is. It's not like your normal power station or the other one like the Delta version or like the Delta 2, where it takes around 1 hour to recharge it from 0 to 80%. So that's everything inside the box. Next up right here, we do have the protection layer. If you guys do take it out, once you guys do take this out, in the very bottom right here, we do have the actual product. That is quite heavy, so you do want to be careful and try not to hurt yourself when you guys do lift it. I'm about to tilt the box and then take it out because it's a little bit too heavy for me to take it out like this. So I'll cut the video for now and we'll take it out first. All right. So once we do take it out, this is what the product looks like. So the product itself definitely is kind of heavy. It took me some time to take it out from the box and put it onto this table here. But if you guys see how on both sides right here, they do have a strap option for you guys to carry around really easy because the unit is actually very heavy. So it's very nice to have that support on here. If you see out in front right here, we do have the brand name Ecoflow, and they mention how it's the Pro version because this is the Delta Pro. So supposedly for this one, they mentioned how it does support up to 3,600 watts of power when you guys do use it. So that's a lot of power. So maybe if you guys want to use like 3 electric kettles at the same time, it should probably work, but we will test it out in a second. Right here, you see we do have the wheel for you guys to use. That way you guys can move it from one side to another if you guys want to. And pretty much the way how you guys move it, you guys can lift it up like this and move like that. Or if you guys want to make things a little bit easier, they do have this lever right here for you to open it up. And that way you can lift it up and move it around really easily, which is really awesome as well. And when you guys are done using it, push it back in. Very easy and very simple. But one right now is to show you guys a 360 point of view of what's on here in terms of the front, the back, and also the side. So I'm actually bring the camera a bit closer first. All right, so right here is what this side looks like here. So they do have the air ventilation fan on here to prevent it from overheating when you guys do use it. Here we do have the brand name and it does say Pro. Here we do have the wheel for you to use, one on this side and one on the other side, which I'll show you in a second. Top part right here, you see we do have the handle and the strap option like I mentioned. So there's one here and also one on this side right here. When you guys do look at right here, they do have the option for you to open it up. And that is pretty much the infinity AC option for you to use here. For me, I don't think I'll use that option, but very nice to have the option if you guys do need it. And then right here, we do have these different options available for you to use. In terms of DC option, this option here, we do have the IoT reset option, pairing option, remote option, and standby option on here. So just press a button right there to activate it. And we close it back up. They also have this smaller compartment for you to open up here if you guys don't want to open the whole entire thing, which is pretty cool. So that's everything on this side right here. Let's turn around to the side here. If you guys turn it over to this side right here, you guys do have the lever for you guys to use for the handle option for you to push out like this. That I showed you guys earlier for you guys to use, which is pretty convenient. And just bring it back in when you guys are not using it. Right here, we do have the AC option for you guys to use. This one only has 4 of them here for you guys to use. But all 4 of them, they are grounded. And it is a 3-prong option that allow you guys to plug in 2-prong or 3-prong option. They mentioned the maximum it is 28 max. And you do have the button for you to press here for you guys to activate the product. And then right here, we do have the option for you guys to use for your RV cars if you guys do have one. Right here, we do have the option which is USB-C. Both of them is 100 watts each. And then right here, we do have the USB-A option for you guys to use. So these are the regular one and these are the fast charging option for you guys to use. And they also have the button for you to activate the product if you guys do need to. And then right here, we do have the screen for you guys to see like the result in terms of how long the battery life will last, how much power that's being provided for the input and output. And you do have the option to connect to an app, similar to the other Ecoflow product as well. So that's everything on this side. Now I'll show you guys the other side. So on this side right here is similar to the other side where they do have the wheels like I mentioned. That's very high quality. We do have the brand name and the product name Delta Pro. Here we do have the ventilation fan to prevent it from overheating, just like the other side. And that's everything for this side here. Now let's show you guys the last side. So on the very last side right here, we do have the wheels like I mentioned. We do have this part right here. We do have the option for you guys to plug in the extra battery port if you guys want to purchase that separately. So you do have the option to use up to 2 of them on here if you guys do want to. But definitely not required, but it's very nice to have, especially when you guys are going camping or something. When you get it done, just close it back up. A little bit more stiffer for you to close it, but it's fine. I'll figure out how to fully close it later. Right above that, we do have the option for you to use in terms of the solar and car input, AC charging speed, the charging option for the wall charger, and the overload protection. So right to open up, that is what the inside looks like. So the overload protection here, the AC option here, the solar and the car charging option here, and right here you guys can push it up and down to change the speed of how fast you guys want to charge the product. Obviously, slow is better for a longer battery life and a battery health when you guys use it. And in fast charging, it will definitely charge it fast, but keep in mind that it might damage the battery health over time if you guys keep charging it pretty fast. So keep that in mind. When you got it done, just close it back up. And that's everything that's on the product here. Before I should test it out and show you guys how it does work, let me show you guys the very bottom first to show you guys what it looks like at the bottom. So right here is what the bottom part looks like. So they do have like the non-slip material on here to prevent it from moving around when you guys do put it down on a flat surface. And in this part right here, we do have the lever for you guys to use that pretty much allow you guys to bring it in and out, which is really nice. And that's literally everything that's on here. One right now is plug-in cable to show you guys how to charge the product and how much power it does provide first. And I will give it a try for the other stuff on here to see when it actually works. All right, so I just plugged in a cable onto the wall outlet on here. Let's see how much power it does provide when you guys do use it. So when you guys do use the fast charging option on here, that is pretty much how much power that's being provided when you guys do use it. So around like 1700 watts, if you can see. Let me flip the switch in the back to change it from fast to slow and see if there's a difference when you guys do use that. All right, so I just flipped the switch in the back to do slow charging. If you see how the power went from like 1700 down to 400 or 500 watts. So definitely a lot slower when you guys use a slow charging speed. And they tell you guys how long it takes to recharge it, which is probably around 7 hours. But if you guys turn it back to the fast charging option, you guys can see how the numbers start to go back up again, back to 1700 slowly. And they tell you guys how it'll probably take around 2 hours to recharge the unit from 30% to 100. So that's actually really fast considering how big the product is and what you guys do get on here. So one right now is connected on the app and show you guys what it should look like on the app. All right. So once I open up the app right here, you can see immediately how I found the actual product on here and it asks you guys to add it. So let's add it first. And you see how I do have other devices on here as well. And now tell you guys connect it on the Wi-Fi. So let's connect it on the Wi-Fi first. So right now we are connecting, so it'll probably take a few seconds to kind of connect it. So I'm gonna let this finish connecting first, and then we'll come back and check on it once it's done. Once you guys finish setting up, it gives you guys the option to view in different angles or different ways. You guys can use it this way or this way. I've been using it this way, but let's use it for this one here, for this one. And we'll change it back to later on if I want to. All right, so I got it all set up. So right here, I tell you guys how long it takes to recharge it, which is around 1 hour and 47 minutes to recharge it from 33% to 100%. And they show you guys how much degree is on the actual product. And they show you guys the kilowatt that's provided when you guys do use it for the input and output. You can see right here, and then output. So feel free to use it this way, or you guys can use it the other way as well. If you guys want to change it to go right here, and then what you guys want to do is change the style right here to the other one. And that way you can see it this way as well. So they show you guys how much power that's being provided when you guys do use it, and how long it takes to recharge it, input and output, and everything can be controlled on here. So if you guys want to see more of the information, you can use the standard option because it does show you guys more individual stats. And right here, we do have the X Boost technology for you to turn on and turn off. And that will allow you guys to use it for even more powerful stuff when you guys do use it, which is really awesome. So while this is charging up, let me try to use some of the output on here and see how it does work, starting with the USB-C option first. I probably won't test out the USB option because those are just regular power, probably around 22.5 watts. But let's test out these to see when it does provide you guys 100 watts of power when you guys use that. And for this test, we're going to use this Anchor power bank that I do have to really test out to see how much power it does provide, because it does show us here and on here. So once you guys do plug it in, if you guys do look at how much power it does provide, you can see how the numbers going up. So currently it's at 100 watts, 100.4 to be exact. And now it's showing you guys 102.5. And when you guys do look at here, it's showing you guys 105. And input is still at 1723, you can see. So definitely probably has a lot of power on here when you guys do use it. Even when you guys look at here, it does show you guys 105 as well. So even though when it says 100 watts on here, it does provide 105 probably when you guys are charging your power station. Let's unplug it and try this one here. So keep an eye for the number on here. The number is still going up, 103, and right here is showing 100.5. So whether if you guys plug in one or multiple at the same time, it will provide you guys a lot of power on here when you guys use it. So feel free to plug in multiple options on here if you guys do want to. Now what I want to do is to try out the AC option to see how much power it does support when you guys do use it, and when that supports up to 3 devices or only 2 devices on here. So they do mention how it does support up to 3600 watts. All right, so I got a few products right here all set up, and each one of these will use around like 1500 watts or very close to that power when you guys use it. So I really want to push it to the limit to see how much power it does provide when you guys do use it and when it actually works. So what I'm doing right now is unplug the cable first for the AC option, so that way you guys can use the product, because if you guys do use the AC option at the same time, it might have the overload option. But Ecoflow product has overload protection, so it shouldn't be an issue. But for right now, let's unplug the cable first. All right, so I just unplugged the cable, and we see right here, they mentioned how it's at 37% and 3 days left of battery that's on here, depending on how much power you guys do use. So what I'm doing right now is turn on the AC option. Let's turn on here. Notice how once I do turn it on, everything does turn on here. Let's turn on this one first. Once you guys turn it on, you can see how it shows you guys how much power it does provide on here, and it shows you guys here as well. So using this option right here, which is an induction cooktop from the New Wave brand, is using around 1300 watts. And do I mention the fan that's on here is not that loud compared to like the Delta power station that I showed you before. It's a lot louder. This is actually very quiet for what you guys do get so far. Now let's try to turn on the electric kettle. So we do have it on. And notice right here, show you guys how much time is left when you guys do use it. And now because we are using a lot more power on here, the fan does get a lot louder, which is totally understandable. So it is using around 2700 watts. Now let's try to turn on one more thing and see what happens when you guys do use that, to see when I support 3 devices. All right, so when you guys turn on 3 devices, it does support it so far. If you see, I'll show you guys 35 or 3600 watts. And like I mentioned, each one of these devices use anywhere from 1400 to 1500 watts, and each one of them is still working. And if you guys do plug in your USB-C option, let's see what happens as well. So I do plug in here. Also charge my power station here, or this power bank. It shows you guys how much power that's being provided on here when you guys do use that. If I do change it to the other viewing mode, it does show you guys how much power that's being provided. But it does allow you guys to charge like your laptop or your power station like this one, or power bank. It does allow you guys to use induction cooktop, your electric kettle, and also a steamer at the same time. And see how it goes to like 3700 watts at the moment. And to show you guys how it probably give you guys around 17 minutes left, but very powerful how it allow you guys to use 3 devices at the same time. So maybe when you guys are going camping, you guys can feel free to use all 3 devices at the same time to cook stuff if you guys want to. And you guys can feel free to recharge it using the solar panel from this brand. So let's turn it off for now. So I'm actually very impressed in terms of what you guys do get on here, because normally for a lot of other power station, it only allows you guys to use 2 devices. And this one actually allows you guys to use 3 of them at the same time, which is really impressive. So that's pretty much a quick little test to show you guys how it does work and how much power it does provide when you guys do use it. Feel free to use some of these devices at the same time when you guys are charging the power station if you guys want to, but you do have the option to use 3 devices at the same time, because it does support the power on here. So feel free to use it for your chainsaw, your saw, or any other device that use a lot of power, especially like induction cooktop that use a lot of power. But that's everything that's on the product in terms of what you guys do get and how well it does work in terms of the power and the charging speed. All right, so if you guys were to use the handle option on here, literally all you need to do is just turn it this way, and it pushes out. That's pretty much how far I can go for the handle. And if you guys do lift it up, it makes it so much easier for you guys to move it from one area to another, which is pretty awesome. And even if you guys want to bring it all the way up, if you guys want to do that, feel free to do so. And once you guys are ready to bring it back down, just use this part right here to lift it up. You might have to like push this part up as well. Otherwise, it might be hard for you guys to lift it up right here. So just like that, very easy and very simple. And it does support the weight on here, so that way when you guys do hold it on here, you don't have to worry about it breaking or falling apart. So it definitely makes it very easy and very simple for you guys to move from one place to another, which is really convenient, especially considering how heavy the product is. It's definitely a lot heavier than the Delta 2 Max when you guys do compare it. But that's pretty much everything that's on the product. And if you guys are done using the product, just push back in very easily. If it doesn't lock in, make sure to push it in correctly to lock it in. Just like that, and it's all set. So now that we test out the product to show you guys what it actually looks like and how it does work when you guys do use it, now to answer the question of whether or not it's actually worth or not. So obviously for this product, it's actually very powerful and really heavy when you guys do get it. So keep in mind that it's more designed for people who do probably need to use this at an outdoor setting or just as emergency at home. It's more than enough power for you guys to use it as a home backup system. But when it comes to the question of whether or not it's actually worth it or not, honestly for me, I think this is actually really worth it. And probably one of the most powerful power stations that I ever reviewed. Not only because of the size that's on here, but also a lot of things that I get on here is actually very nice, especially since it does allow you guys to use 3 of these devices at the same time. That does use a lot of power. Because a lot of other power stations that I've viewed from other brands, either from Ugreen, from Anker, and etc., they don't actually allow you guys to use 3 devices at the same time. But this one actually does, which is really impressive. Like not even the Delta 2 Max actually has the power that supports 3 devices at the same time, like these powerful stuff, which is really impressive as well. But then obviously for those guys who don't want or don't need one or have one of these, they obviously don't buy one and save them on something else actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out and it will definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.